Shikal, Namaste to everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Be Candid with Preeti. And yes, today the setup is different because I'm not in Bahrain, I'm in Bangalore, no guest, but here I am going to share something which is very close to my heart. So, once again, welcome back to Be Candid with Preeti. October is called the Pink Month, a month dedicated to cancer survivors and to honoring their incredible courage. But you know what? I truly believe that every woman is a survivor in her own way. We survive heartbreaks, struggles, expectations, and yet we rise stronger, wiser, and more graceful each time. Now, I'm not saying men don't have their shares of ups and downs, of course they do. But today, as a woman myself, I want to share my own story. A story that's been beautiful and successful, yet filled with challenges and lessons that shaped who I am today. We call a woman Shakti, the power, the energy, the force. And I firmly believe in that. Every woman carries immense power in her heart, mind, and soul. But it only begins to work when she realizes her own strength. I once dreamt of becoming a dentist, but destiny had different plans. I met with a very terrible accident. I broke my right femur bone completely into two parts, just above the knee. Three major surgeries followed. I still remember those days, not being able to move, depending on others for even the smallest things, and hearing doctors say, only time will tell if you will be able to walk again. During those difficult phases, I got married. And I still remember the questioning eyes around me, asking, will she ever be normal again? But amidst all the doubts, one person stood firmly by my side, my husband. He cared for me like a child, believed in me when I didn't believe in myself, and gave me the courage to heal. It took me years to recover, not just physically, but emotionally. I had slipped into depression, though nobody noticed. I used to cry, refused to visit hospitals. It was painful to see others wear that white coat I once dreamt of wearing. The turning point came when my son started going to school. I was filling out his almanac, and under mother's qualification, I could only write grade 12. That moment shattered me. I asked myself, is this who I really am? Is this all I'm capable of? That question changed everything. I took a 360-degree turn and decided to rebuild my life from scratch. Today, I hold a master's degree in alternative medicine with a specialization in psychology. I am an alumna of IIM Code's Business Excellence program, and I have earned multiple teachers training diplomas. On my creative front, I have written and directed theatre plays and short films. My film Bus Ekwari, a post COVID project close to my heart, was entirely conceived and made in Bahrain and screened at Mukta Cinema. Beyond that, I'm a Toastmaster, a social worker, an author, a biker, an anchor, a passionate chef, a loving wife, a doting mother, and most importantly, a reliable friend. My accident had once trapped me in a cocoon, but I broke free and emerged like a beautiful creative butterfly. Yet, even then, one thing kept me pulling down my weight. I had gained over 100 kgs after my accident and two C sections. I had stopped believing that I could ever be fit again. Then, one day, I took a bold decision. I registered for the Hotmod Mrs. India Worldwide pageant while still over 100 kilos. With complete dedication, discipline, and support from my doctors and mentors, I transformed myself physically, mentally, and emotionally. The result? Two beautiful crowns, Mrs. Bahrain Queen and Mrs. Talented. But more than the crowns, I earned something far greater, self respect. It's sad but a bitter truth. People often judge you by the weight you carry, not by the worth you hold. I have been overlooked, avoided, and at times made to feel invisible simply because I was overweight. My qualifications, talent, experience, and hard work were often overshadowed by my appearance. It used to hurt, it used to shoot my morale. But being strong headed, I chose to rise. I kept showing up, giving up my best, and working twice hard as just to be seen. And yes, that extra effort, though it made me stronger, did hurt. What's even more painful is how society so easily blames someone's weight solely on eating habits. The reality is far more complex. Medical conditions, genetics, lifestyle, stress, and even personal happiness play a role in one's body's shape and size. But people rarely stop considering that. Instead, they judge, assume, and label based on only what they see. I have always been who I was. I pushed myself to match the world's pace to prove that my size didn't define my spirit. And today, I'm surprised and deeply grateful to see that the same people who once ignored me now look up to me. My journey is a proof that your worth isn't defined by a number on a scale. It's defined by your strength, your heart, and your ability to rise again and again. I didn't do it for anyone else. I did it to see the same old Preeti, confident, joyful, and unstoppable, smiling back at me in the mirror. Body shaming of any kind should never be done, nor should it be ever accepted. It's not just a passing comment or joke. It can deeply wound a person's confidence and shatter their sense of self worth. Before making remarks about someone's appearance, we must learn to be empathetic and sensitive. Behind everybody is a story, one that may include health struggles, emotional battles, medical conditions, or simply a personal journey towards self acceptance. A person might already be trying their best to step out and be seen, and a single derogatory comment can push them right back into a shell of insecurity, shame, and self doubt. Everyone deserves to feel confident and comfortable, no matter their size. True value lies not in how someone looks, but in what they bring to the world, their talent, effort, kindness, and spirit. After all, it's the heart that should be beautiful, isn't it? Outer body can be polished, purchased, or altered, but inner beauty is rare, raw, and real. And that's what truly matters. Today, I'm proud to say I'm a fighter, I'm a survivor, a dreamer, and above all, a happy soul. Believe me when I say this, there is nothing that can stop you if you are determined and focused. All you need is belief in yourself and the support of your loved ones. When these two come together, even the sky isn't the limit. Be your own competition. Don't compare your journey with anyone else. Because when you compete with others, you lose the sight of your own magic. Instead, defeat your doubts, break your barriers, and rise like a star that not only shines for itself but lights up everything around it. This was my story, a journey from pain to power, from struggle to strength. And if my story can light even one spark in you to rise again, then this pink October, my mission is accomplished. With this positive thought, I take your leave and I promise to be back with another interesting episode of Be Candid with Preeti. Till then, take care. See you.